Hi, Ronies. This is your pal, Roni K95 here. So today I'm decided to do a movie review. So this is a movie review directed by Ron Howard, which is Backdraft, starring Robert B. Lewis, John Watson, Brian Grazer, William Baldwin, and Donald Sutherland, and Kurt Russell. So let's start with our movie review on Backdraft. Two firefighters of Engine 17 of the Chicago Fire Department are brothers. Lieutenant Stephen Bull McCaffrey, the elder, is experienced, while Brian has labored under his brother's shadow his entire life. Brian returns to firefighting after a number of other career falters. Though Stephen has doubts that Brian is fit to be a firefighter in 1971, Brian witnessed the death of their firefighting father, Captain Dennis McCaffrey, while accompanying him on a call. The longest serving of all the men at Engine 17, John X. Adcox, served under the McCaffrey's father and was like an uncle to the boys. When their father died, he attacks fires head on, but is concerned about Stephen's unorthodox methods and disregard for safety procedures. Helen McCaffrey is Stephen's estranged wife and the mother of their son, Sean. Helen has grown fearful of Stephen's dedication to firefighting and the risk he takes. While they are still in love, she separated from Stephen to protect herself and Sean. Martin Swayzak is an alderman on the Chicago City Council. Swayzak hopes to be elected mayor, but has supported fire department budget cuts. Many of the rank-and-file firemen believe the cuts are endangering firefighters' lives. So, fire department Captain Donald Shadow Rimgale is a dedicated arson investigator and a veteran firefighter. He is called in because a number of recent fires resembles the results of pyromaniac Ronald Bartel, who has been in prison for years. Brian has resigned as an assistant after a falling out with Stephen. Rimgale manipulates Ronald's obsession with fire to ensure Ronald's parole application is rejected. It is revealed during an investigation that Swayzak was paid off by contractors to shut down fire houses so they could be converted into community centers, while with the contractors receiving contracts for the construction. Brian also rekindles a relationship with Jennifer Vitkus, an aide to Swayzak. Well, when Engine 17 answers a call in a high raise, Stephen urges them to move in quickly to take up the fire despot Adcox's advice to wait for the backup. Brian's friend and fellow trainee Trim Krasminski opens the door, creating a backdraft. His face is burned beyond recognition, and he barely survives. Adcox and Brian both blame Tim's condition on Stephen's reckless tactics. Rimgale and Brian go to Swayzak's home and to confront him. After learning of his connection to the victims, the two interrupt a masked man about to set the place on fire. The latter attacks them with a flashlight, but is burned on his shoulder by an electrical socket. Rimgale saves Brian and Swayzak from the house, but is injured in an explosion in his hospital bed. Rimgale tells Brian to visit Ronald again. Ronald helps Brian realize that only a firefighter would be so careful as to not let backdraft fires rage out of control. Brian suspects Stephen, but later spots a burn in the shape of an electrical socket on Adcox's back and reveals his suspicions to his brother just before an alarm. When Brian realizes Adcox has heard their exchange, he jumps aboard Truck 46 after borrowing some turnout gear. Stephen confronts Adcox about the deadly backdrafts during a multiple alarm fire. At a chemical plant, Addox admits that he sets the fires to kill associates of Swayzek because Swayzek was benefiting from the death of the firefighters. When an explosion destroys the catwalk they're on, Steven grabs Addox's hand while hanging on to the remains of the catwalk. Steven refuses Addox's advice to let go of him, but Steven loses his grip on the catwalk. Addox is killed, but Steven, although seriously injured, survives. Steven dies with Brian by his side on the way to the hospital, his final request being that Brian not reveal that Addox was behind the fires, as it would further hurt the department. After Steven and Addox's funeral, Brian and Rimgale, with the help of the police, interrupt Swayzek at a press conference. Rimgale questions Swayzek on a fake manpower study that led to the deaths of several firemen, including Steven and Addox. They also state that Swayzek engineered the downsizing of the Chicago Fire Department. This effectively destroys Swayzek's mayoral ambitions. Brian continues as a firefighter despite the loss of his father and brother. And that's how you end, with the firefighter continues with his work as a firefighter after the loss of the death of his brother and his father. This movie was directed by Ron Underwood, and this was written by Gregory Whinden. This was produced by Richard B. Lewis, John Watson, Penn Densham, and Brian Grazer. The music is done by Hans Zimmer. The cinematography is done by Mikhail Salom. And this was edited by Daniel P. Handley and Mike Hill. The production company is done by Image Films Entertainment, Trilogy Entertainment Group. But this movie was distributed by Universal Pictures. This movie came out on May 24th, 1991. And the box office grossed about $152.4 million. The budget was $40 million. Especially for the movie like Backdraft. There's also a Backdraft amusement park attraction, which I wanted to know as the fun fact. But it was first released on VHS and DVD. And their existence today, there is the 2 Ultra HD High Definition Blu-ray package, which it was released May 4th, 2019, which is probably available. But yeah. This film received 3 Academy Award nominations: Sound Effects, Editing, Visual Effects, and Best Sound. Gary Summers, Randy Thom, and Gary Rydstrom, and Glenn Williams. In March 2018, it was announced that Universal has tapped Smash director Gonzalo Lopez Gallego to direct the sequel, with William Baldwin set to reprise his role. The film, titled Backdraft 2, was released on for a direct-to-video format on May 14th, 2019. I don't know if it exists, but somewhere. The critical response about Backdraft is praise for Backdraft was directed to the special effects performances, while too much criticism reserved for the story being poorly rendered. The film currently holds about 74% fresh on rating on Rotten Tomatoes. With the consensus, it's not particularly deep, but Backdraft is a strong action movie with exceptional special effects. Film critics Gene Siskel of Chicago Tribune and Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times gave the film a positive review. Audiences polled by a cinema score gave the film an average grade of AA+ and on an A+ to F scale. That's going to be it for my movie review on Backdraft, you guys. Thanks for watching, but before we go, here's my quick thoughts about Backdraft. I know I have been doing a movie review. I was like, has my life ever become to start doing a movie review on reviewing movies? Because I just started my first movie review. Just like because I did my previous first movie review on The Warriors, and anybody else want to know about that? Because I wanted to do a movie review, that's why. So yeah, sorry about the camera, guys. So, I may do movie reviews, but I review mostly anime. because I need to get back to start my movie review on. No, besides my movie review, I need to get back to my anime reviews, because when I review anime, you know, Japanese animation from the land of the rising sun, that's why. Hope subscribe for content. My anime plan link in the description down below. Share this video on your Twitter and Facebook if you have a Twitter and Facebook account. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Please leave a comment on this video about what movie should I review next. So yeah, click this video a thumbs up. But please leave a comment on what movie should I review next. And I also wanted to say, be sure to click on my subscribe button on my Rurouni K95 YouTube channel. Click on my notifications bell button, read the updates I'll upload on YouTube as well, because I haven't done a new video in a while. So stay tuned for my movie review that I'll be uploading on YouTube. Like, subscribe, favorite, comment, sharing, and social media pages like Facebook, Twitter, etc. Give this video a thumbs up. So click on my notifications bell button. Read the updates that I upload on YouTube as well as my new video that I'm uploading. So stay tuned for my video that I'm going to upload on YouTube. So click on my subscribe button. Become a subscriber to Rurouni K95. And that's it. So I know today's Tuesday because I'm starting to do a movie review. That's why. But I need to get back to on my other reviews that I review mostly are anime. That's why. This is Rurouni K95 saying, I hope you like my movie review on Backdraft. I'm glad you liked it. I hope you enjoy it. Hope to see you soon, and have a great Tuesday, because tomorrow is Wednesday. This is Rurouni K95 signing off.